Hi.
A special treat
Yes, special treat. Is that going to go away? I don't know. We'll see.
for YouTubers.
All new. Oh, God.
Yep, it's
Okay,
going away.
yep,
It's
no,
going away.
no.
It's going away.
Okay, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
Leave it alone.
Anyways,
There we go.
we have our very special guest. You're special as well, but special guest over here, Markie. And of course, I am Meg.
I almost lost my chapstick.
Stephanie.
That person. Chapstick loser.
Chapstick loser.
Yes.
Aw.
I'm kidding.
Don't trust me with your chapsticks.
I didn't mean it that way.
Right. But anyway, so we are here for episode number. I will have already said that, so I'm not going to worry about that. Anyways, we are here in Markie's salon in Valdez, North Carolina. Yes, with all of these wonderful accomplishments and accolades.
There's more
and
over there, and we have a bunch to hang up that I'm slow.
That's okay. It's still
Well,
beautiful.
I mean, it's only been like 2 days since
Yeah,
the
that's
last
well,
true.
there's a pile of
Oh.
stuff.
You didn't have to tell everybody
I
about
was
that.
saying,
one.
now they know.
Sorry. There's a pile of stuff and some pictures of employees that compete and stuff.
I was giving you an out.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
sorry. My bad.
Markie, why don't you tell us about yourself? And that's such a snazzy, jazzy jacket you have on there.
right? Oh, it's so
Are
comfortable.
you going to show us the
too.
sparkles?
Oh, yes. And so I said, so this is all for groomers. If you don't know them, they're awesome. They do the groomers ball and the track saver.
Trach saver.
Saver.
Trachea.
Making sure I say it right. I'm a representative
should
for
know
them now. I
this
should
now.
do this right. But I told Tommy that and Kim that are in charge of they own all for groomers and everything. They sponsor me now. They were super smart in designing the layout of this because they didn't put the glittery sparkles on the front, or else I totally would be like,
I don't know about this guy.
I'd be gone. I would be gone. But look,
So for those of you listening, you need to go see it on YouTube because look at this gorgeous. Oh, and it shimmers. It catches the
Yeah.
light. Do a little shimmy.
yeah.
So go see it
yeah.
on YouTube.
See what I mean by I would be gone? I'd just be like, okay,
Sparkles. Goodbye.
sparkles. But they're amazing people. I love them so much.
They're in the group.
Oh, they are.
Are they
Well,
in the group
at least
now?
Tommy is.
Okay.
Tommy.
Yeah, they've given me a great opportunity,
Yeah.
and I look forward to being able to teach more with them and having a bigger platform, and
Yeah.
because I love teaching.
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
So what is your origin story, Markie?
Oh my gosh! So it all
Can
started.
I just make a quick
No.
plug real quick?
Go ahead. Yes.
yeah.
You're also going to be teaching for the Meditative Groomer Academy.
Oh,
Yes, I am.
Which you will hear a commercial about that later.
Mhm. I'll be teaching 5 classes, 5 different,
Yeah.
technically seminars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Things on business, bad dogs, marketing, Yorkies.
Yeah.
I love Yorkies, so I do a lot of those. Oh, and here's our other special guest.
She came with Tova.
That's Miss Tova.
Again, if you want to see beautiful poodle poof, you need to go on YouTube and watch this. Do not take the water, man.
She got brand new cotton candy bands
is
and a
Just
jewel
for the-
just for today.
a little gem because she's a little princess.
She's Princess Piranha.
Princess.
Don't let her
Piranha.
lie to
Yes,
you.
she will put her whole hand in her mouth.
Celtic K9, I had her do a custom collar for her first birthday, and it has a piranha brooch on it. I should have brought it.
Perfect.
But it is very glittery, sparkly princess and then piranha.
Yep. Like, oh, ma'am.
So that's her. That is her.
Wow. We have made so many plugs about people who are not sponsoring us. Just
I
saying.
know.
Tommy,
Sorry.
It's
Tommy.
okay.
All right, I'm gonna let you down.
Well, they
I'm
sponsor.
just saying, if you want
know.
to, sponsor us.
They sponsor the people that are surrounding you and supporting you too.
That's true. That's
So,
true. And I
And
know they
that's
support
very
us, so.
important.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they're great people. My origin story, it all started
Yes.
when I fell into a vat of plasma. I'm just kidding.
No, go on.
So I was born. No, I'm kidding. So with grooming, I have been grooming for 15 years. I feel old.
Oh,
In groomer years, that means I'm 60 something.
true.
But I got started in corp setting, like many people. Wanted to do more and go further. So after 6 years dedicated to them, No, I'm always grateful for my start. I
Yeah.
really am. And it was my foundation, and I've been able to just go above and beyond that. So they definitely give you a good starting point. I will never
Yes.
knock it. I
Yes.
will never knock it. Oh, it's my chicken's bedtime. I'm so sorry.
Chimkin.
I own chickens too, and it was telling me it was their bedtime.
We'll have to ask you for Chimkin stories later.
Oh gosh, don't even get me started. But I've done everything from house call, corporate, vet, everything but mobile.
Mhm.
I have done in my home base. So I started this in my basement. I had been grooming about 10 years. I went to graphic design college thinking I needed a different career.
Yeah.
I loved it. I did. And I got amazing skills, and for marketing and graphic design and working for these big corporations, marketing furniture that I would never be able to own. And I don't know why people,
All good.
I'm sorry, I should turn my phone down. But and then I worked for like Piggly Wiggly and, MDI doing design work for all kinds of grocery store chains and stuff, things that I'm not passionate about.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
no.
And I just would sit in a cubicle and be like, this sucks. But so during that time too, I never quit grooming. I
Okay.
did house call for old clients that I loved and I could never let go of.
Yeah.
Huh?
Sorry, cake mix for dogs. I just saw that.
I have some retail in my salon's lobby and she just caught there's cake mix, birthday cake mix for dogs. Should buy it from me. Nobody else.
Only off this week, right?
It is.
I don't know if it'll be posted in time, though, so never mind.
Fine. But I scheduled a few different house call grooms to come to my house one Sunday, like back to back, almost like appointments. Like it would be a grooming salon. And I was just in my spare room, sitting in a rolly chair like we are now with my little travel table, just grooming. And I had the biggest grin on my face. And I caught myself and I just was like loving it. And I was like, I probably need to make a change.
Yeah.
And while I was in college, I did their entrepreneurship team. And, it was a team of me and 3 other people. And they picked my idea of a grooming salon. Because they liked it so much. And I guess because I had so much knowledge with it. And so we went to state and nationals and we won gold at both.
Nice.
And what was really cool about it was at the end of the competition for national, it was kind of like you pitch it like Shark Tank kind of style.
Okay. Yeah.
And you have these actual like billionaire people like that run big companies
that
and
are like ready
corporations.
to just throw money at you.
Technically speaking, yes.
Ooh.
But by all means, they didn't want to invest in the grooming salon.
Well, yeah.
But
they didn't know what they were missing.
At the end of the day, we all go and meet with them, and they were like, "So this is your thing, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And there was 3 of them, and all 3 looked me dead in the eye and said, "Do this. You should do it." And so,
you gonna give me money for it?
Yeah, I teared up, because I'm very passionate. I'm not a very teary person either. I'm not a huggy. I'm not, but I teared up.
Over here giving us main character energy.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
she is. She is the main character.
Yep.
She's like, I'm the star of this.
I have the
podcast.
green hair, and she's still the main character.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so I slowly opened it in my basement and working weekends. So I worked my 9 to 5 desk job Monday through Friday, my salaried full benefits job, and then I groomed every Saturday, Sunday for 6 months straight. I worked 7 days a week, building my business. And then I got the guts up to basically quit that job and take the leap to know, because I was salaried too. So it was a guaranteed paycheck.
Yeah.
And to do this full time in my basement. And then 6 months after that, I moved to here. Yeah. So, and within the first 2 years, I had 9 employees, and we're still there, because we're in the building that we're in, but
Which is beautiful and purple.
purple and gray.
Purple and gray.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a really cool green bathroom.
Yeah. The whole building used to be this awful green. I'm sorry.
Not like cool green.
It's not like good greens. And I love the color green, clearly. Love the color green.
Yes.
this was a not so good color green. And
I
it
feel
made
like it's like a good accent.
yeah, and
right
it made
there.
all the dogs like any pictures or anything. It made it
Oh.
all like very sickly looking.
Yeah.
And it just
Yeah,
wasn't
no, gray is a nice neutral.
Yes, and that's what
Yeah.
I went for.
Yeah.
So I can accessorize.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my origin story. And now we're here. Barkside has been open. November will be 5 years.
Nice.
Yeah,
And I mean, you've been voted best in your county.
for 3 years in a row.
for
I haven't even
3
gotten the
years
other
in a
banner
row.
hung up.
3 years in a row.
There's another banner just sitting because
Aw.
along with the pictures,
You
they
gotta like rearrange and figure out where you're gonna.
I want to hang them from the
from the rafters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that'd
when
be
people
so
come
cool.
in, they're like,
Like,
Oh,
whoa, this is the place. to
"Ain't no
be."
roaches in here or nothing." There might be. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
I love it. Okay, well, of course, you are on Grooming on the Spectrum. So, are you? If you want to go into kind of what neurodivergencies you deal with, we can talk about that.
So my origin story with that, and I've told them this story. A lot of people are getting diagnosed in their adulthood
Mhm.
because especially women, it gets missed very easily.
Yes.
Not for me.
Oh,
It was third grade,
it's third grade.
and this is how I tell the story because, like, for a female
Yeah,
in the 90s, for them to go,
something's wrong.
something's
here.
wrong with that one. This one isn't like the others. For them to be able to notice something was wrong with a girl in the 90s for ADHD and start testing me then, I think it was very prevalent.
Right.
And I did struggle a lot with certain things. And I have dyscalculia. I was diagnosed with that.
Cool, okay.
So it's dyslexia with
But with
numbers.
numbers, yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
So like when I do payroll, I check it 3 times.
Oh no.
I always check it 3 times.
Yeah.
And I'm not even kidding. Like I check every number, everything I do, I check it 3 times.
You know how to adapt to.
Correct. And
Yeah,
I've learned
yeah.
over the years, how to adapt and things. And it's been a hard road.
Yeah.
But I really do think that my ADHD is a superpower.
Mm-hmm,
I truly think it is. I am one of the best procrastinators in the world. And it kind of just helps me. I don't know. I'm able to get a lot more done and I'm very determined. I'm insanely creative. I'm not trying to toot my own horn,
No.
but I really am. And, and I really do think it's because I can think outside the box with my ADHD and stuff. And I see things in a different way than a lot of others do.
Right.
And I know somebody out there listening to us right now is going to hear that and think, that's me.
Right.
You're not alone.
Yep.
Some of us are just awesomer and superer than everybody else. Superer. But it's true. It's a super. By all means, I have some downsides to it.
Of
but
course.
I was yesterday. I taught in the Neurodivergent Summit,
mhm.
and I was
Positive
actually
Educational Training Monthly Summit. Go ahead. Mary, sponsor us. Okay. Go ahead.
Another plug.
So I was doing that summit, and my class was assisting the entrepreneur divergent.
Entrepreneurodivergent. I love it.
That is pretty darn good. Yes, that is me. Yeah, it is.
And I was actually talking about how I quoted my dad, who always says, we could take over the world if we could only remember the plan.
Correct.
Because he is also ADHD.
Or find the note that we wrote it on.
Right, exactly. Oh,
So,
yeah.
Didn't I give that to you?
I don't remember.
But
Maybe
yeah.
I put it down somewhere. But
Yeah.
I was saying, like, I think the universe is having to balance us out, because if they
Otherwise we'd be too
don't,
strong.
otherwise we're gonna get too strong. We don't need our superpowers to be out of control.
Yeah. And yeah, it is a superpower, but there's always those downsides,
Right.
and of course anxiety and major depressive disorder.
Woo!
Get help.
Get
Get
help.
help.
That's our advice.
And that's my
Get
advice.
help.
Drink your water, get help. No,
Yes.
and I've done the whole thing with that of getting help, not getting help, back and forth. And especially when I was a child and access to healthcare was not very good.
Yeah.
Still, you know how things go.
Mm-hmm.
Go US.
America.
No, it's So sometimes you have access to medications, sometimes you don't, and sometimes you have access to a doctor that can understand and diagnose and help you, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
So you work with what you have, but
sometimes things end up in a shortage.
yeah,
And everyone gets terrified because they're gonna have to go off their meds.
I'm currently off of one of my main medications, and it's not going to be available until March 27th.
Yeah, my
And it's been
Lexapro has
3
a
weeks.
national shortage right now. I'm
Are you gonna have
real
to, like,
worried.
loading dose again? Up to
Yes,
it?
yes, I had
Yeah.
I had to have deal. I hate to say it, but I had
Like-
to deal with withdrawals and everything.
Ugh.
Yeah, I while I was running out, I skipped a day and skipped a day
To
and skipped
try to like.
to try to make it, and it was
Yeah.
so it's terrifying,
Yes.
and you're not alone.
Right. Right.
And
You're in
seriously,
good
the
company.
withdrawals
Yeah.
from some of these meds.
Because you're not supposed to just stop.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah. I know. I should have rationed mine a little better.
I
but
tried.
Mine
but
was at
I
least
didn't know mine.
a little.
I didn't know mine would be out this long.
Less. It wasn't.
There was one
Anything
med
super
that
serious.
I had to go off of once. And I can never remember what it was.
I'm gonna get distracted
But
by this water. so.
It was so like
Hydration.
the withdrawals
Yeah.
were so bad that I had to open up the capsule and there was like little beads in it. And so I had to open up the capsule and every day I'd just take
Like a little
like-
bead.
like one less bead than the
Oh.
day before. And I
Yeah.
had to do like go down that way
Yeah.
because I
quit
I
cold
felt like I was
turkey.
dying. Yeah.
It was not fun.
Yeah.
But no, so I've dealt with quite a few things and adapting and
Mm-hmm.
finding
Figuring
different
out what
outlets. That's been a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I used in another lifetime. I was a professional cosplayer. So I miss it, but I used to sew and craft and make.
I've seen the pictures on the memories on Facebook, and it looks amazing.
I love doing it. I just, it's
Time.
and money.
Yeah.
Oh.
Brain space.
God, yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm
but I
here
mean,
for it if it ever comes back.
yeah,
so.
and running this business, is really I've put everything into it,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
it's this is my passion. I love doing that, but that's not my passion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoy sewing and I enjoy teaching people how to sew. Yeah, I can do it. I used to do seminars and stuff for that too.
Do you know other forms of doing things with thread and yarn, like crochet and knit?
So
I sense a story.
I can make you a ball gown in a day. I can make you a corset. I can make a mace. I made a whole mace out of warbler and wood and dowel rods. And I mean, I can make it up. I can make you a knot when I'm trying to crochet. I've tried over and over again. I'm left-handed and it just
doesn't
It's just
work.
it's the universe balancing you out, man.
Yes.
there you go.
Yes.
Because and I can't braid, like I can do a normal like single braid.
Yeah.
I can't French braid. Can't.
I learned a trick over the summer for
Okay,
French
well-
braiding.
Please teach me.
No, it was amazing. It was a TikTok that was showing how they French braid. And the thing that got me was she would drop the hair. So like, I always thought like you had to hold the three
Hold everything
pieces
tight.
Yeah.
tight. No, like the pieces
my
that you don't need, you can just drop the hair
What?
and then pick more up. Like when you go to that piece that you need to add
Yeah.
to, you like drop that piece of
You're
hair
like, that seems
and then
wrong.
you just pick it up, right?
Oh my god.
Does not compute. Instructions unclear. I'm on the roof now.
I'll
Involved.
I'll just share the TikTok.
Yeah,
Please do.
Yes.
Yeah, please do.
I gotta wait for
It doesn't translate, but then I can make like intricate, all kinds of crazy stuff. I
Yeah.
can embroider and do all kinds of things, and but I cannot crochet. I tried to make a hat for my son.
Yeah.
I've made 2 scarves for my husband, and they end up like spiral and
Oh.
weird and
Unique. Unique.
He
Very
doesn't
unique.
wear them. if
Oh.
that tells you anything.
Aw.
They're in the basement.
Yeah. Well,
So-
cool. So now that we know more about you and your neurodivergencies, we can go ahead and take a break and listen to a message from one of our sponsors.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, let me write down the time.
I hear people. I know. That's why I covered up the door. Yeah, no kidding. They don't need to see this. Nope.
I found it.
I'll also just wait until, because this is all stuff I'll cut. Except it'll be on YouTube.
Okay.
This will be on YouTube.
But at least I saw that you were struggling with the two French braids with the major waves.
Just ignore me.
I'm going to help you out.
She's teaching me the braiding.
Yes, we're learning about braiding.
Tova's gonna wave at you, YouTubers, though.
She said it's my show, my turn. Oh my goodness. Tova. Come say hi. Come say hi. Look at the pretty poodle. Look at the ma'am.
She's like,
Ma'am,
"Mom, please
ma'am.
stop."
Look at the pretty poodle. Look at the pretty poodle. Hello. She said I don't know what to do with my legs.
I never know what to do with my hands either.
French braids since
Oh, here
high
it is.
school. My mom taught me because I was in marching band. This was the required hairstyle. So you got your three pieces in the front.
Because I wanted to
And you're gonna want to start the braid in the direction that you're trying to go. So if you start this way,
I'm trying to get the YouTubers
you
thing.
start it this way, it braids without. Does that make sense?
Can you do that?
You could do
I'm trying.
under, that's a Dutch braid, or you could do over, that's a French
Ah.
braid. I do over. So that's it. First
I don't
step.
think
You
that's
don't know
hard.
your
I can
step.
fold my lips in
I
half.
can't. Sorry, I can't help you. And the next bit,
And then it's been a while since I've done this, but
another piece. And here's my trick, okay? And I don't know if other people do this, but I don't get too fussy about like hanging on to the original three pieces.
Don't hang on to hair
So,
when French
Basically, I
braiding.
just dropped that one. Just let it go. Just let it go.
Just let it go.
And then
Let it go.
when you pick up
Let
your
it
next
go.
chunk, that original one's going to be in it, okay? So then you're going to dig underneath and pull a chunk out from the bottom.
already too
No,
complicated.
no.
I'm lost.
Stay with me.
I'll stick with
So I've
my
got
hair
this
clips.
piece.
Yeah,
I love
this
it.
method,
I love it. And
But
I
we
just-
can share that.
Yes.
That
yeah.
link.
I just throw my hair up.
Yeah.
Who cares? And this
Okay.
is literally, I worked today. So whatever fell out, like I think I pinned up a little bit in the back.
Oh.
But this is legitimately how it ends up at the end of the day.
That's all up. Yeah.
Yeah. Because these guys don't care what I look like.
Yeah. No, they don't. She says, I just want snugs.
I care how good I look.
Yes, I noticed.
Yeah.
But that's okay. And we're back. So now, let's go ahead and talk about, because I remember from last time, I think we were talking about imposter syndrome.
Yes.
Yes, imposter syndrome.
Oh, so yeah, I feel like that's a big thing, especially with neurodivergencies. By all means, anybody can have it. You know, it's a
Right,
normal thing. Sometimes I really think like if you don't have it,
Like, what's wrong with you?
yeah,
Like, what is life like for you?
yeah, you should experience it on some level, you know, because
Yeah.
like you know,
Because
especially
otherwise you're just really cocky, I feel, if
Yeah.
you don't think, if you're like, yeah, I know all of the things.
by all means, if you're just a confident person, awesome, great for you.
Can you
But-
bottle that up? I'll buy it. I'll pay top dollar.
Yeah.
Yep.
But imposter syndrome is definitely something that people deal with, and I have dealt with so many times. You know, like the whole, I told you in a past life, I was a
Yeah.
professional cosplayer.
Yeah.
When it came time for people started paying me and requesting me to do appearances, and then paying for my hotel stays and all that
Damn.
stuff, like
Okay.
I'm standing here like,
Me?
I'm from Burke County, North Carolina. Do you not know who you're talking to? So, you know, like I was like, are you sure you got the right one? Maybe that
Yeah,
one over there.
yeah.
You know, but and I've dealt with it in grooming too, and so I had been grooming for almost 10 years before I even thought maybe I could own a business.
Mhm.
And the only reason why I really decided, yeah, I could was because I did that entrepreneurship team, because
Yeah.
majority of my career I have gone, no, there's no way Markie could ever own.
Right.
And there's times even now that I'll stand back, say we have like a full day and all my employees are working and like all the tubs are full, all the drying tables are full, and people are like, boom, 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 boom. And I'll just stand back and go,
And be like, I did this.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Like you did that.
Yeah. And so it hits me, and I have random moments that it really hits
Yeah.
me that this is actually mine. This is me.
What?
This is, and are you sure? Wait, who gave me all this responsibility? Who gave me the right? You know, it's not it, and I deal with it all the time. I don't think it goes away.
Yeah.
I really don't. And
You just learn to deal with it.
I feel like if you're a normal-ish person, at least in that sense, that that's a very normal feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to hear chimkin stories. I don't know where I was going to throw that in at, but I'm doing it right now. So we're going to learn about some chimkins right now. They all have amazing names, and they're all so beautiful.
Yeah, they got to meet them earlier.
Yes.
They've traveled to, well, so the reason why they're here today
yes.
and
We
this
can plug
weekend.
that. Okay.
I'll talk about chickens.
Okay.
I'm gonna plug that though. I had them come in and certify pretty much my entire salon, like we did the CPR and pet first aid class by the Pet Saver.
Yes.
Pet Tech. And like you could probably see like some of the older certificates up on my wall. Like several of us were certified. Almost everybody in the room except one had already done this class.
Yeah.
And I will say I learned new things.
Yeah.
Even though this is the second time taking it, like
it's good to refresh.
Yeah.
Don't know what you'll learn.
Safety is important.
I've already forgotten.
Since
what
they're
you learned.
always updating their programs.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's always getting updated.
But I highly suggest it. But that's why they traveled all the way to North Kakalaki to teach us.
North Kakalaki.
Oh, and
Yes.
I taught them how to properly say Appalachian.
Yes. I was definitely
Appalachian.
saying Appalachians.
Yeah, and I was like,
Throw an apple at ya.
there you go.
Appalachian.
Yes.
I will never forget that now.
Yeah. I know it works. So
Yeah. And we hiked together, which I gotta say, Markie is the perfect mother duck when it comes to a hike. So
all my ducklings will
felt
make it
no
to where our
anxiety.
destination. Yeah, and I'm always prepared.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes.
So prepared.
I carry everything.
She
on
was
my back.
literally like, well, if we get stuck out here, I got this and this and this and this. I was like, I didn't even think about that being a possibility, but okay.
By all means, we're not going off trail, but I've got you an
Just in
emergency blanket or
case.
two. I've got, paracord, a whistle, like even a blow up inflatable pillow for us to be comfortable. And because I've backpacked and stuff and things happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's better to be prepared and not, and it's all lightweight
not need
stuff.
it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not killing me to carry it with me.
Right,
It's,
right.
like adding a gram or two to my bag. Like,
Exactly.
I'd much rather have it and not need it.
Yeah.
But so chipkins.
Chipkins.
They're goofy goobers. So we used to have a chicken named Dwayne the Bach Johnson.
Sorry.
She was a girl.
That's so funny.
And she was dumb.
Oh.
Bless it. She's
Bless.
pretty, but bless it. She was dumb. She could not exit out of a door if it was 6 feet wide, I'm sure.
But so like, hey, from Moana.
100%, yes. So this is kind of a sad story. She ended up passing away. But I think she smothered herself.
She's dumb.
They all go into the coop at night, and we found her the next morning with her head down in the shavings, and
oh no,
I loved her dearly. She was a buff Brahma, so she was big, like bigger than all of our chickens.
Yeah,
and she was. And when the wind would blow and hit her butt feathers, she'd be like,
something touched you.
Yeah, she would like run really fast and run into the fence and stuff. I'm like, ma'am, it's air. You're okay. And we'd always make this voice for her saying, Lordy Lord, ah! Because that's just, but I loved her so much. So I do want to get some more buff Brahmas because they be dumb. They're cute, but man, boy, they dumb. And she laid the smallest eggs.
Oh, she's trying. Okay, she was trying.
We did. We said that.
She was just doing
they
her
call
best.
them fairy eggs when they sometimes come out like teeny tiny.
Are they still edible?
I've cracked them open and there's a full egg there. I didn't eat it because I was like,
itty.
what?
Well, yeah, what?
But yeah, we had a fairy egg a few times and we found out it was her.
She's just trying her best.
She was trying her best, and I do. And there was no signs of predators. There was no disease. No other chickens died.
Literally
Everybody's
just
fine.
stuck her
Literally
head
just
in the
she was the
shavings
only one with her head down in the shavings.
Ugh.
Bless it.
It was her time to go.
It was, and we buried her and stuff. But I don't know. I could tell you so many stories about jalapeno and
Jalapeno.
Queen Peeps and
Queen
jalapeno.
Peeps.
She almost died as a little baby.
Yeah.
She was dehydrated, not eating and drinking right, and so I took her inside out of the bathroom where we
Yeah,
had them all,
yeah.
and I forced her to eat and drink every 30 minutes for a full 24 hours. Like I got up in the middle of the night and made sure.
Yeah.
And now she's the feistiest one out of all of them. She's over a year old, and so I named her Jalapeno.
Yeah.
Because she has like so much
Fitting.
attitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Spicy.
She is, and I love her dearly. She's my favorite because she's like, bah! Yeah.
And why do you call your one a crackhead?
Oh, applesauce.
Applesauce.
Her name is Applesauce. She is our resident crackhead.
Resident crackhead chip.
You can't touch her.
Yeah.
You can't, like everybody else, like Queen Peeps is like, yeah, touch me, feed me,
Yeah.
love me. Dwayne
Right.
was all like, oh, hey, what you doing over there? Jalapeno's like, I'll come over here, but I'm going to peck you some too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody else is pretty friendly and stuff. Her and Omelet is kind of.
Omelet. Listen to these names, guys.
We have 13 total right now. As of now,
now.
13.
As of March 7th,
Google
8:55.
Google chicken math if you don't know what it is. It's a thing. It's a phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
I've
Phenomena.
seen memes about chicken math.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a real thing.
Okay.
It's a real.
I know a lot of people with chickens, which is interesting since I
Don't
am
like
afraid of chickens.
chicken.
Yeah.
But
you did observe them.
yeah.
I did.
Yes.
I took pictures.
took
my
pictures.
chickens are pretty well behaved other than
Yeah.
Applesauce. We didn't try to touch applesauce.
Yeah, because like
No.
if you try, she will.
I
Like,
didn't try to touch any of them. but-
and she'll fly up in the rafters of their run and make everybody else panic. And
Aww.
so I'm like, ma'am, I'm literally giving you water.
like, it's not that serious.
No, it's not.
It's not that serious. I am just trying to help.
But clearly, I like all the animals.
Yeah.
We have 13 chickens, 4 dogs, 2 cats. As of now, only 1 spooter and 1 lizard.
I forgot to look at your
Oh, I know. I'm
scooter.
sorry.
That's
Gloria. Her
okay.
name's Gloria.
I'll settle for pictures. It'll be
yeah,
fine.
I'll have to get more pictures of her.
So, what's your Tove story? What's Tove's story? Because that's your first show dog, right?
Yes, this is my first
So tell us about your
purebred, well-bred.
foray into the well-bred dogs and showing and all that.
I'm dumb. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
And
and how like anxiety plays into it, because I'm sure there's a
oh
lot
my
of that.
god, yes. So I've shown her in AKC so far. I think 6 shows.
Nice.
We have 2 points.
Hey.
2 points.
2 whole
No
points.
majors, just 2 points.
2 points. You're
You're
beautiful. You get them all.
Coat change got the best of us, so I took her down. I felt like it wasn't fair to her.
Yeah.
She was matting up at least every other day when I was having to brush her.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to hold down my dog that I love so much and
Right.
force her through that. So I took an A-comb to her and wanted to throw up because we had like 10 inches of hair up here.
I
Yeah.
somehow missed that, dude.
Well, it was rough, man. It was
Aw.
rough.
But hey, she was all the happier for it.
Yes, and it's made it a lot easier. So,
Yeah.
and to me, safety
you smiling.
and their well-being is number 1 for me.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
vanity of wanting to keep showing her and stuff, but I mean, at a certain point, you're just damaging hair over
Right.
and over again.
Exactly.
So it's not worth it. So
Mhm.
I took her short, and we took a sabbatical for showing.
Yes.
But we
Big yawn.
we took a break after November.
Okay.
And so I've been working on her trim, getting her back
Growing
into
it
a
back
continental.
out.
But I've had some really great mentors, and her breeder is amazing. She's out of Texas. I flew
Nice.
to Texas to get her.
Aw. The baby.
Absolutely love her. I forever will have poodles
Yes.
now. And the plan is once
And
we-
minis? Would you
Minis.
forever have minis?
Oh gosh, yes. And so
yeah.
I've had a lot of people say like, "Oh, they're just too intense. They're
Yeah,
too
a lot of
much."
people are like against minis. And I'm like, she's perfect.
You met my schnauzer tonight.
Yes. We got to meet all of the doges.
When I say this is nothing compared to my schnauzer, and
Autumn is
she's my second
chaotic.
schnauzer.
Yeah.
So if I can handle schnauzers,
like a poodle ain't
I'm
gonna
like,
do it.
this
Like,
is a walk in the park. So I will take minis all day, every day, and they're crazy. But then I'm also that weird person that my favorite years so far with my son was his toddler years.
Wow.
Yeah. A lot of people are like, oh,
Like the terrible twos and terrible threes.
It was amazing. You
You also have a gem for a son.
Yeah, my son is amazing too. I don't know where it came from, but
Oh, shush.
I told her I'm waiting for maybe the teenage years will be hard. Who knows? But he's insanely smart. He's such a good kid. But even the toddler years, he was a toddler. He was crazy and rambunctious. And
Yeah.
I loved it though, because you have no idea what's going to come out of that mouth next.
Right.
You have no idea what adventure you're getting
he had me
into.
speechless yesterday because I was just like, he was talking about coding, computer games, and I was all of a sudden not understanding every other word, and I was just like,
And he just turned 12. Yeah. And he's already made several games.
Which I need the link.
Yeah, I need the links
Yes.
need to get the links for him because they're funny.
Yeah,
They're
I
so
want to play
funny.
them.
Yeah, he did.
Play them.
Him and a friend did all the voice acting for the
Say
fun.
it. Yes.
And it's like every time you kill somebody, like kill the enemy or whatever, it's ow, oh, I died.
But like
I was-
coming out of a young boy.
Yeah, and so I had tears when I played it on his PC. I was like, this is the best. And then there's like a boss, but then the actual real boss comes out, and it's just like the voice acting, 10 out of 10.
So if you want to play a computer game that was
by-
made by a 12-year-old.
well, he was 11.
Okay, 11-year-old child of Markie's.
Yeah, it was so
We'll get
funny.
links.
So good. And he has a YouTube channel, and he's funny, and oh man, like I'm plugging my son now.
Right? Yes.
But no,
Keep it up.
I have an amazing kid. What can I say? He's super smart, super intelligent, and super empathetic. And
Yeah.
I'm just very proud of him.
I need to find that book for you guys still.
Yeah. And
Yes.
he reads. He loves reading. He loves, he does archery. He does amazing at that. We just went into a few tournaments for that. And
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah.
assistant coach on the archery
Ooh.
team. Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly because
Do
I'm
you
like,
do the thing too?
Yeah.
Nice.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
I'm not too shabby.
Okay.
Most of the time I beat him. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
But he's
Yeah.
actually he's really good too
Yeah,
at that.
yeah.
So we're like neck and neck on
Yeah.
that. So he's a pretty good archer too. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, now we've gotten to hear a little bit about all your chillins, human and animal.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and take another break, and we will listen to a message from one of our sponsors.
And I'll dance for the YouTube people.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling them about Goat Simulator
Oh, yeah.
dancing. You got a Goat Simulator dance. So have you ever played Goat Simulator?
No.
No.
Okay. Anybody on YouTube watching, if you have, please comment that you have.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's
so I know that she's not just crazy, and that's a thing.
yeah, please. I promise it's really a thing. I'll have to Google it for you, look it up or something. But it's the ragdoll physics in the game. So everybody's like weird.
Jiggling. And...
Yeah. And it's so funny because you're the main character's a goat.
Yeah.
And you headbutt people and you do just crazy stuff. Well, anytime a human on the game is around music, they all dance exactly the same. And they like lift a leg up and then lift a leg up, and they're doing their hands. And so anytime I'm celebrating anything these days,
This is it.
this is it.
We have 2 segments left. What do you want to talk about?
I don't
It
know.
went so much longer than first time.
I know.
I think it's because we're all together.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Guess we can sit. I could always split up the other one. It would just be a really short one. What can we talk about? What about, I got it, teaching. Okay. That's what we're doing. All right. And we're back. So, Markie, you mentioned teaching and that you teach. And I know I have seen you speaking at grooming expos. So how do you do that? How do you manage that? Because I'm going to learn from this, considering I speak for the first time in like oh God. Is it a week? Well, mine's Sunday.
A
So
little
like
over a week.
a week and a half. Oh,
You probably don't want my advice.
I do.
I wing it.
Okay, that's not what I'm doing. I am not doing that.
I have joked for many years I'm going to change my middle name to Markie Wingett James.
I love
Yep.
it.
So backstory. When I was younger, I did a lot of live theater and
That's
improv.
right. Okay, so you got a leg up on me there.
So, and I was
sorry.
not too shabby,
Yeah,
at it.
yeah.
And it definitely gave me confidence. And I will say, I always say this to people that are nervous about public speaking. Here's some advice for you.
Yes.
Here's some actual real advice.
Okay, listening.
If you don't get butterflies, then something's wrong.
That's a good point. I feel like somebody just told me that like everybody, even the ones that are have been speaking for 20, 30 years, like are getting nervous in front of like before doing it.
I would be like, so back to my cosplay days of,
Yeah.
I would be getting paid to be at this event.
Yeah.
My cosplay is great, all this stuff. And I would still be all dressed up and be like, I'm nervous. And
Yeah.
and you saw me go on stage and talk in front of a pretty
And
packed
you looked
room.
fine.
But right before, I always, and like for me at this point, I get those butterflies right before, and I go, okay, yeah,
All right, everything's functioning right.
correct. So it's normal,
Yeah.
totally normal to have the butterflies. Embrace the butterflies, embrace them, and
Can I hold Nibbler?
sure.
Emotional support dog.
Yes.
Because I was about to be
Right,
like,
because you're not at the same time as me, right?
No, you're
Perfect.
sad.
She's actually a trained service dog. So
Nice.
But you're not going to be at
I'm
Tacoma, so
No, I'm
unless you
sorry.
fly her out herself.
So he'll
She
be freshly
would.
groomed.
He will be freshly groomed.
Tova would
He'll
fly
be
by
so
herself.
cute. And I can even make a whole thing about it and be like, oh, groomed by Stephanie Calhoun in her ordinary to extraordinary class. That is part of the Meditative Groomer Academy. I can just plug all the things.
All the things.
All the things. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. So I'm very much a public speaker and I make slides, and I did have somebody tell me that mine was the most well produced
Nice.
at that show at Hershey last year.
Which makes sense. I mean, you got design history. I've
You
seen your
know.
a little bit of your training things, which was very impressive.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But I'm very much I don't memorize my whole seminars or anything, but I make slideshows that have main topics, and then I will remember. I like to tell stories, so I remember what I want to talk about at that point.
Just
That's
kind of
pretty much
expound.
how I do mine too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll just put these words here and then I'll just expand on it.
Because you have the knowledge, it's in that noggin.
I just need
So
to
I make
have
a word for word transcript.
That sounds stressful.
right?
But it works for me because then if I don't forget anything, because it's all right there.
Yeah.
But
Well, see, and I will say, so I've taught at Pet Quest and Hershey, and the seminars were different. Most the meat of it was the same.
right.
So you definitely got the same, experience. But then also I was able to throw in different things,
Yeah.
and it's an ever evolving. I know, she's like, please pet me. I've never been pet in my life.
Neglect.
Yeah, she is so neglected. But it's an ever evolving thing. Like every seminar, you can get something different out of it. And
Yeah.
you can, your people that are sitting there watching you too can get something different out of it.
That's true.
Yep.
Because we're living human things. I was going to try to say breathing and human at the same time.
Yeah.
But we're living things, and we morph and change. And
Well, and for me too, like Sunday when we were teaching that class, I mean, as far as what everybody told me, it was going fine.
it was good.
In my brain, it was not. And I was like, this is terrible. I heard every single stutter. I heard every single time I didn't say the right thing. Like I heard it all. But like people also too, and this is what I think Mary has said, like people who are watching don't know if you mess up.
Correct.
They
Just
don't
roll
know
with
like what your thing is. Like, so if you forget something, just circle back to it. Like,
Well,
and
and
that's what I'm
that's
trying
they
to
teach in
remember.
acting is, I remember one time on stage just down the road from here, they have a live theater out here, and one of their swords.
Kama,
well,
right?
no, it's actually here in Valdez. They have the From This Day Forward, and it's I'm an old Connolly player,
Aw.
one of their alumni.
Yeah.
nerd. But you know, I remember watching, it was a scene I wasn't in, but there was supposed to be a sword fight, and it's
Yeah.
a choreographed sword fight.
Yeah.
Well, one of the swords broke.
You just have to adapt.
And so
'Cause they
the
don't
men, luckily it was one of those things where it wasn't like one supposed to kill the other or something. They were
Yeah.
actually just like back and forth
Yeah.
and having a conversation and stuff. And so he improvised and was like, Squire, get my, sword, blah, 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 and then he played it off with the crowd and stuff. Like,
And they had no idea.
they
it
had no
wasn't,
idea
like,
that
part of
wasn't,
it.
like we all acted, and by all means we were all backstage going, sword, everyone get a sword, hurry. Ah!
like panicking behind
Yeah,
the scenes.
but like it was not a panic on stage, and
Yeah.
like that's the same way. You just roll with it. If your thing breaks or your microphone falls, you'll be like, see,
yeah,
we're teaching you to think on your feet,
and,
like
NBD,
you
no
know,
big deal.
yeah, you just roll with it and
Yeah.
you wing it.
I'm still making a transcript.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully, eventually you'll
See, I can't
relax.
do the transcript
Me
because
either.
then when I get off track, then I can't find my place and I spend like 10 minutes reading over the whole thing again.
Oh. Well, see, the thing is that my transcript, I've already given it to myself several times. So if there's any stories that pop up, they're in the transcript. So like I follow a very set path, but I always worry that it sounds too scripted. But so far, it doesn't seem like it's been
No,
that
yours
way.
yours are fine. See, that's
Okay.
another thing is I would
So
sound
that's just
scripted.
how I work.
Yeah.
So it just
That's
it
fine.
just works differently. Tova.
I know. I'm
Tova.
letting her down.
Okay. She said, "Whoa, shake it off, girl."
Yes. Be confident. Be yourself.
Yeah.
Everybody's there, and here's another real piece of advice for you. Everybody that's in that room has come to see you.
Also, because they are having to choose between me, Jay Scruggs, and Blake Hernandez.
See,
So I
when
was
I-
like, good, it's going to be a small
when my class was on,
It's
there was
not.
some other big name,
Yeah,
people teaching,
I
and
appreciate the vote of confidence.
Sorry, but Blake was also at the same time as me when I did mine. And
Oh.
I had a very big
Well, yeah, there's
room.
enough people.
There's enough people.
a
There's
lot of
so many
it's
people.
just
like,
like
you're
your
gonna have a
grooming
full room.
salon.
Yeah.
There's enough dogs to go around. There's enough
Right.
people to go around.
Right.
She brought Bumble.
Oh, you got a
She brought a toy.
Oh, she got a toy.
But the people that are in that room are there to see you,
Yeah, that's true.
not some,
They're not
even
there
then,
to
not some
support.
scripted.
Tova.
Bless it.
Bless
it. But they're there to see you
Yeah. Yeah.
and all your flaws
Yes.
that you view as flaws.
Yes.
But like you were talking about, there was all your stutters and all this stuff. I can't recall a single time you stuttered on Sunday. That's not what sticks in our minds. We're there to
Yeah.
learn. We're not there
Yeah.
to go. And by all means, if somebody is there to ridicule and criticize you, then they're there for the
Right.
wrong reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They need to.
They're not there.
GTFO.
Go on, get.
Go on, get. I'm gonna pick up so many little things from you. I love it.
I'm born and raised in the South.
Oh man.
We literally went to eat at Cracker Barrel, and I was
Yes.
like, "You see out that window? That's the hospital I was born in."
It was great. It was just like we're on her stomping ground.
Yeah,
now.
this is my hometown.
Oh man.
By all means, I did move away, and then I came back. So I thought
She couldn't stay away.
I could not. These
No.
are my mountains. I own them.
Yes, they are Markie's mountains.
They are my mountains.
You can't have them.
Nobody else can. I peed on them already.
I marked them.
I truly have.
Oh well, yeah, valid.
I go camping a lot and backpacking. I swear it's only because of that.
Right? You're not just
Sure.
running around like a little bit here, a little bit there.
Don't tempt me.
Also, because I don't know how dogs do it so easily.
I know, right? On command. My little Yorkie, he saves like a drop.
Yeah,
And I'm like, where is this coming from?
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, if we hadn't stopped, like gone that far, like, would you have just gone inside with pee still in your body, like,
Yeah. Like, why are you holding on to it? Just
or like
get rid
my
of it.
little boy Chihuahua though, like he'll cock the leg and everything, and nothing comes
Nothing.
out. I'm just like,
Yeah. No, it's like he saves at least one drop
yeah.
for every.
Like, how does he know how many times he's gonna?
I have 16 drops left.
If I ration these out,
Let me deposit them through this whole area.
Yeah. So dogs pee agreeing is now where we're at. We talk about it all here. We
Yeah.
digress. Y'all didn't trademark that statement, the traveling groomer, so I'm going to say it too. Since they always say we digress.
Yes.
We take the scenic route.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of just
Yeah.
go
Side quest.
side quests.
Yeah.
Yes.
Going on a little side quest.
Cat
Side
gave me this
quest.
quest.
Cat.
A cat.
A cat.
A cat gave it to me.
Oh,
Okay.
That's always. I
I
mean,
want to meet the cat.
well, no, I'm gonna say who's gonna question the cat.
Yeah, true.
And if you go up and question a cat, you're just gonna look dumb.
Yeah,
That's true.
cats are God. On that note, let's take our last commercial break and listen to a message from one of our sponsors.
My items are distracting her.
It happens.
Mhm.
Okay, so there's that.
I was gonna try to, without looking at you.
Peck.
What?
She was trying to touch the tip of my nose.
I was
only
trying
looking
to
at
pick
the
it
camera
actually, but
when
okay,
it's
we'll go
not.
with tip. What?
It's a struggle though because I got corkscrew ones in right now.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot wait for them
They
to be
fell
raised.
out.
Trust me, that's what I want.
Story time.
Do you want it on the air?
If
Because
you
we
want,
need
that's-
content.
that's fine.
We need content.
That's fine.
Okay. All
Quick
right.
question. Does
Yes.
the tattoo place have piercers?
No.
I
I
keep
looked
meaning
it
to
up.
look at that.
No.
Maybe on our way.
Yeah, I just
No,
keep
like that.
seeing yours now, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Mhm. I want it, but you know.
Or when you come to Tacoma, we can go to my
With
piercer.
Tacoma,
What
yeah.
the, see, that's what I'm talking about. Is that, but only YouTube will see that, and no one's really watching YouTube. So, anyways,
I'm gonna make them watch YouTube.
I would appreciate that. I want views and subscribers, but I'm not like
scribblers.
smash that subscribe button. Like I'm not. I can't. I cannot.
Okay,
Subscribe!
anybody listening to this, I can 100% guarantee you
Do
that
we want to be back
yes.
on?
Sorry.
Okay. All right. And we're back.
Anybody
for it.
listening to this, because we were talking about YouTube and our little
Yeah.
break and
Yeah.
stuff, I can 100% guarantee you that I picked my nose in this episode, and they didn't catch it. So
It's nothing gets edited out of the.
you
YouTube
have to
video.
watch to be able to catch it.
Uh-oh.
So if you want to see Markie pick her nose, go to YouTube
But no, and I've been making
Oh,
faces
and try to pick Meg's nose.
I did try.
I'll send you a free t-shirt, Grooming on the Spectrum t-shirt.
if you can
If
find
you
it.
can get a screen grab of Markie picking her nose.
Because you guys did not see it at
We
all.
It
It's
actually
already happened, yes.
Oh shit!
I was
okay.
goofing off and was like, somebody's gonna catch this. Let me see if anybody can see me do this. They didn't catch me. Got it.
Okay, so yeah, please guys, because I thought this was I thought we were. I don't know. It's real. So
Okay, so one of my
I'm serious. Free Grooming on the Spectrum t-shirt.
I know when it happens, so I won't cheat.
Yeah, that you can't.
I can't. But no, one of my life mottos is if I can goof off, make a fool of myself, no one else can.
well, yeah.
Mhm.
If I can make fun of myself and so like when people are taking pictures too, I typically make very funny faces versus, yeah, I look good.
Yeah.
Because if I'm already aiming to look goofy, well, then it's
It
not going to
doesn't
be a
really
bad
matter.
photo. You
Yeah,
know?
it's true.
Like
Yeah.
it's always going to be a good photo because they're like, there's goofy Markie. Oh my gosh. She's always so goofy. So just make a goofy face.
Yeah.
But no, I don't take myself very seriously.
Mhm.
Few things to know about me. If I say I'm not kidding or I'm being serious, then I'm actually being serious. Otherwise, it's sarcasm.
I was gonna say that's usually hard for me to pick
Yeah.
up. So
Mhm.
that's why, like after some
She has-
comments, I just kind of
She
stare
has
at
asked
you.
a few times, which is perfectly fine. I'll be like,
Well, yeah,
yeah, I'm
I'll
totally
just
being
ask.
sarcastic.
Yeah.
Because I will deadpan say,
Well, because otherwise, I will spend the rest of the day being like, "Does she hate me? Was she doing that because she
No.
hates me?" Like,
ask me. I am a very sarcastic,
I'm
goofy person.
very much a like, are you being serious right now kind of person?
Yeah.
Where like,
yeah,
And I'll be like,
because I can't
no.
tell.
because I won't sit there and just
I'll
like
be anxious.
yeah,
about
like
it.
think about it.
Yeah.
I refuse.
So some of my employees, well, all of my employees have gotten used to it now, luckily. they'll ask me for things and like serious things, and I'll be like, just dead face, straight face, no. And they all know. They're like, okay, thanks. They know that I'm just joking. Like, it's me. I joke, and I'll always make a little jokey joke. Look, they're all distracted by the things in my salon.
Yes.
A little bit.
And the doge. She's just so sweet when she's not eating you
And booping your butt.
and not pooping your butt.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's not pooping the butt.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I don't understand this cup.
What is that?
Like, so
It says-
Oh,
not
because
yet.
it's meant to be
Coffee,
coffee. So it's like, don't talk to me before I have my coffee.
which is weird.
Oh, okay. See,
So as it goes down,
I don't
yes,
drink coffee.
I,
So
I
that helps.
understand now. I was thinking it was backwards. Like this means that
Oh,
when it's
like,
up here,
yeah,
it
it's
is
ready to
ready for
go.
you to drink.
no, that's you're ready to be talked to.
Okay.
You can speak when
You're ready
spoken
to be bothered.
No, I don't drink coffee because
Yeah.
it has the opposite effect. Well, I don't like how it tastes either.
Yeah, no.
Weird
Yeah.
fact about Markie. Dentist has called me a super taster.
A super taster.
Mhm. Yeah. I went to my current dentist at the age of 27. I hadn't been to the whole other story.
Yeah, yeah.
But I went to that dentist for the first time. He comes in and looks and stuff, and he was like, and he has his little like glasses that magnify and stuff, and he goes, "Are you a picky eater?" And I was like,
Yes.
"Yes." My food can't even touch. Like, that's a whole sensory thing for
Yeah,
me. But
yeah.
which I could talk for days about. There's a picture on my Facebook as of today of where I had rice that had peas and carrots in it. Instead of just eating my food, I had to meticulously pick out every single one before I could even eat it. So then it had gotten cold and I had to put it back in the microwave.
So when I saw that picture,
but
I
I
totally
can't-
didn't see the food on the box. So I was just kind of like, okay.
And that's why I
then
s-
when I saw the comments, I was like, oh,
That's why I
shit, she
said
picked out all
sometimes I hate
those.
myself because I took an easily 10 minutes to pick it up because I
Yeah.
could not eat it beforehand.
Yeah.
But anyways, he
Super
looked.
taster. Yeah.
Yeah, he asked me, "Are you are you a picky eater?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, like things are very intense for me. Even sweets, like I can't do very strong flavors. Like I like salt, I like but like spicy stuff, I can't do it.
No McChicken at McDonald's.
They're spicy.
Why is it
But
spicy?
this is the reason he said that I have at least twice the amount of normal taste buds. Yeah. So everything tastes
Wow.
different to me, and
Yeah.
but I
Yeah.
can. So if I eat things, I can typically tell you different ingredients and things. I can taste
See,
it.
I wish I had that superpower.
It sucks.
I literally, like, when I was in the Girl Scouts in elementary school and we blindfolded each other. Yes. And and we had make new friends but keep anybody. Okay.
No.
Anyways,
I've dropped out so fast,
yeah, I wasn't in it past elementary school, but we had
but I eat the cookies.
a blind taste test thing and I
Oh.
couldn't identify peanut butter.
Oh,
That's
no.
literally one of my favorite food groups.
I love peanut butter. No, I can
But I
tell
was just
you.
like, I don't know. And
I
that's a
can tell you.
texture thing too. I don't know.
I can tell you
Yeah.
different types of honey.
Mm,
Like I can tell you if it
That's
has
our-
aspartame in it. I can tell you all kinds of stuff.
yeah.
Those heightened senses of being neurodivergent.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So I
And-
will always try to make a tie back to the whole hunter-gatherer thing.
Yes.
Just
yes.
saying.
Go for it. Yeah. I mean, yes. So that way you know what is poisonous or
Yeah.
what is like.
What tastes good.
Yeah.
And I was telling you on our hike, I started wearing ear protection. Wear your ear protection.
Yes. Ear protection for
15
you
years
and the
in.
animal.
I finally started wearing ear protection. It's been over a year.
Mhm, mhm.
I still have amazing hearing. If that helps.
Mm.
That's good.
Yeah.
I feel like,
But I feel like that's
I'm
part of
not
my-
my hearing is not as good.
So I remember my testing in third grade of
Yeah.
my ADHD. Part of it, if any of you watching or listening have had these tests done, they will do a hearing test as well because they want to know that it's not deafness
Right.
that you're having issues with. And so they put the headphone. By all means, this was in third grade in the 90s. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But they put headphones on and they have this little machine that you can't see what they're doing. And they tell you raise your hand when you hear something like a beep.
Yeah.
And I rose my hand and they were just like, you heard all of them. Like I heard every
Yeah.
single, and like even the really high pitched, like crazy.
So the last one I did, I could actually hear the click of them doing the buttons.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
just was very Pavloved and just like.
Oh, see, no, I didn't hear that, but I mean, I
But
heard it
I've
all.
always done
and-
really good on them. I don't.
I'm
Mine
sorry, I
is
can get
most
everything.
tell the
is the
outside
the
is-
hearing and the smell.
Yes,
And
and
I
you
can
were able to
smell.
like smell mushrooms like while we were hiking, and I was just
I'm
like,
like, ooh, there's
what?
mushrooms somewhere.
What?
But
Can't
yeah,
smell.
it's but then I'm lacking in attention. Like I mean, people watching this, I'm sure they have seen all of three of us are like,
Oh yeah, why'd you give me a swirly chair?
we all three have them. You know, and I have my tics and I have my and so I'll totally list them all out. Anybody that's watching this, you know, I've touted all these things that I have done,
Mhm.
and you know, oh, I'm successful, and I've done this, and I've done that, and I have my business, and blah blah blah, and I teach. I have so many tics. I chew the inside of my lips to where they're bleeding. I pull my hair.
Okay.
I can't help it.
Trick.
Yeah,
Especially
especially when
you.
I'm stressed. I have severe panic attacks.
Mhm.
To the point where like I have to have all kinds of medications on me at all times just in
Yeah.
case, you know.
Yeah.
But yet I can be a confident person and
Right.
outgoing and at
Learn
times
to live
and-
with it. And
Yeah, but you know, we're multifaceted things. We're living beings.
Right.
We can have our highs and lows.
human being.
I tick like crazy. I can't sit still. Never have. Never will. I like to sit with my feet up underneath me, like I'm having a hard
Yes.
time right now.
I found an amazing chair.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna show it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You know, and so and I roll fabrics. I roll fabrics in my
Okay.
fingers.
Yeah.
And so if there's like a finished edge, especially, I just sit there and roll it
Yeah.
to the point where it's threadbare and I've ruined it.
Do you like worry stones?
Yeah, but I lose them.
Oh, yeah.
I collect rocks,
Yeah.
but I tend to lose anything like that I can't strap to my body.
Yeah.
I lose. So
I wonder
like
if I could like
I'm
drill
actually-
a hole in one and put it on a
I'm very minimal with
rope for
jewelry
you.
too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Very minimal because if it comes off on a regular basis, it's never getting back on at
That's why
certain
my
point.
jewelry is stuff that isn't gonna leave my face.
Yeah. I've lost and broken so many glasses.
Oh.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, these are newer ones
Yeah.
because I scratched up my last ones
Yeah.
because I forgot about them and
I got a really nice pair of prescription sunglasses. First prescription sunglasses I've ever had.
see, I'm afraid to get those
And I
because
just kept throwing them in my purse, and I was
Yeah,
scratched to shit.
I would ruin them
Yeah.
because I would be wearing them even less.
Yeah.
But my point is that, you know, anybody that's on neurodivergent in general, and people have tics, and
Yeah.
even people that can be successful and stuff, you can work around them, and you know, you're you with your tics. Like it's
Right.
fine.
It's just
I
part of you.
promise.
Yeah.
It's part of you.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you see me rocking, waiting in a line somewhere,
Yeah.
I can't help it. And I always hate that was so like the imposter syndrome and all
Mhm,
that. I
mhm.
hate. I'll be having conversations with like all these important people. You know,
Yes.
we're all in this circle talking,
Right.
And I'm like, I shouldn't be here. But I will catch myself. Everybody else will be standing still just fine, and then there's me in the corner going,
Yep.
"Yep," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's great.
Can
Yeah,
we walk and
cool.
talk? Like, can we walk
Yeah,
and
I
talk?
did that too. Yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. That dog. Oh my god. You know, and I catch myself. I'm the only one moving around and
Yeah.
I'm fidgeting and stuff, and I can't stay still. See, I'm gonna knock the thing over. And I constantly rearrange and stuff, and I'll be messing with my hair a lot because I have a bad tendency of pulling hair because I run
Mhm,
my hands
mhm.
through it a lot.
I used to chew on my hair.
Yeah. I
And
used to.
my egg donor cut it all off.
But then I have issues with, I've had so much work done to my teeth. So now it's like nothing's going there
Right.
except a toothbrush
Right.
and
right.
my Invisalign.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. I'm on the
I
tail
am
end
mad
of Invisalign.
impressed that, yeah, because I never put in my retainer
I hate
afterwards.
it. I
so
hate
my
it so
teeth are
much.
just bad.
I have like a button still on and I hate them so much. Like
Aw.
the feeling and textures. I'm very much a texture person.
Yes,
You know, I
yes.
cannot, like I love the flavor of tomatoes, like ketchup and stuff, but I cannot eat a tomato.
I don't enjoy tomatoes really anymore.
Yeah,
I like it, but
my
I don't think
husband's
my
the
belly
same way.
likes it.
He doesn't like the texture of tomatoes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Like if he has tomatoes, it has to be the ones that
Like-
aren't super juicy.
Yeah, well, and they're like,
The
to me,
firmer
they're
ones.
slimy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you try to cut them,
Yeah.
it just gets messy.
Yeah. Well, and then so
That's
and
why you just eat them
or
like an
to
apple.
to the
Nope.
rice thing of the peas. So I don't like peas. I like carrots.
Yeah.
But if I'm eating rice, I'm not looking for a crunch, and I'm not expecting a crunch.
So then it's just a nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
If I'm drinking, which I can't have dairy anymore.
Aw.
But if I were to be drinking a milkshake and like say there's a chunk of strawberry and I'm like, like
Yep,
I
yep,
can't
nope,
do
nope,
it
not
because
supposed to happen.
I'm not expecting. I know there's dog hair in here.
In the salon. Oh
How'd
my
I get
god.
here?
Ah.
But I'm not expecting that
Yeah.
texture difference.
Right,
And
right.
so I ate my first salad at the age of 34. I'm
Oh.
35 now. But I had salad for
Did
dinner
you like
yesterday.
it?
No.
Oh.
And I've tried every dressing under the sun. But I have started putting it in my diet.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to live forever.
Yeah.
I can't live off chicken nuggies, unfortunately.
Chicken nuggies.
Yeah. Don't tell my ladies that I eat chicken nuggies.
I wish I had my bat shirt.
Mhm.
It's from Longhorn State Caverns.
I have my
And
back keychain on my keys.
it's literally like it looks like a box from McDonald's of chicken nuggets, but one of them is a bat because I call them chicken nuggies of the cave because they're this big.
They're the tiny ones.
They're the tiny ones.
I
Yep.
love bats too.
Yes, we are all about. Yes.
This jacket won't let me. But I
That's
have
okay.
a big old
That's
bat
okay.
tattoo. So I will go on my tangent about bats.
Do it.
I donate every year to batworld.org for my birthday and for usually around the holidays. And then I also on Amazon do the whole like / Batworld. So like any profits and things,
yeah.
it benefits them.
I thought they got rid of that.
No, they still have some of it.
Mm.
Yeah. But bats are so majority of the 4 native species to North Carolina,
Mhm.
3 are on the endangered list, or not endangered, but the critical, like the step below that.
Okay.
So endangered is like, oh gosh, they're going to be
but
dead.
like,
But the I can't think of the word. Somebody comment it, please.
yeah, someone tell us.
But and they're federally protected.
Mhm.
So if you do find a bat in your home, which in the U.S. majority of them are federally protected, so if you injure one or murder one, it is a federal offense.
You call somebody.
Correct. Call a
Call a
rehabilitator,
professional.
call the animal control, and they should be able to get a hold of a rehabilitator. Do not call a pest control to just come kill them because they could get in some serious trouble if they do. But they pollinate more than honeybees do.
Oh.
Also, we have tequila because of them.
Oh.
They're the only ones. There's a bat species that pollinates the flowers for tequila.
Okay.
And so that we're able to make it.
right.
And also, if you are on any blood medications like blood thinners, but blood coagulants, you have to thank bats for that. The
Oh,
only
wow.
reason why medical science has been able to do that is they researched vampire bats and their saliva because that's what they use to coagulate blood.
Oh.
And so they studied that science, and that is how we had that whole section of medicine.
Fun bat facts with Markie.
But I have been fascinated by bats my entire life.
Yeah.
The
It's a
stories.
special interest.
It
Yes,
is. These stories go. I was a little baby, like a toddler, whatever,
Mhm,
jumping in a little jumper, and my mom's flipping through the channels, and Adam West Batman,
Aw.
bang, pow, is on, and I just stopped in my tracks,
Aw.
and I was just.
Mesmerized.
And
Yeah.
anytime she wanted to get anything done, she turned that on, and
Aw.
then. I feel bad for this now,
Oh.
but I was a kid, okay? And I let them go afterwards. But I would
Yeah.
get June bugs in the summertime because I lived way out in the woods, way out there,
Yeah,
down in the
yeah.
holler.
Yeah. Down in the holler by
down
the
in the
creek.
holler. But I would take June bugs and tie thread to them and then let them fly up. And I would pull them down, and so the bats would swoop closer and closer. And
You went
closer.
bat fishing, huh?
I did because I thought they were so fascinating.
Yeah, yeah.
And at dusk they would always come out, and I wanted to see them and love them and hug them and squeeze them. I never did.
So road trip to that one bridge in Texas.
In Texas, yes, the Constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I ever make it to Texas and have any time at all, I'm going to Batworld. It's batworld.org is their website, but you can go volunteer. So lifelong dream bucket list for me is I want to get my rabies vaccines so that I can go volunteer for a week or two, and you can tag and measure and help them rehabilitate
Aw.
bats and either release them in the wild or ones that have to stay. So I sponsor. So that's something you can do on their website. If you
Mhm.
go, you can adopt a bat.
Aw.
I try to do it every year for my birthday and stuff, just
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
but you basically adopt a bat, you pay some money and you get like a photograph and their story and everything. And
Aw.
it's usually a bat that cannot be released into the
Yeah,
wild
Yeah.
and it's permanently in their care.
right.
So your money goes to help keep them alive. And so
Aw.
I'm a huge fan of bats, but yeah, stemming back to there. And I've just been fascinated with all the unloved.
Aw. Yeah.
So I don't know. I love them.
Yeah.
I love them.
Do you have anything else for us this evening?
You're amazing, sweetie.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know.
Just you.
Yeah,
Whoever's
and
listening,
whomever
you're
is
amazing.
listening. So that's how I talk to
Incredible.
dogs. Actually, I say it all the time. I wish I spoke to myself like I do dogs.
Aw.
But they'll be on my table,
Yeah.
and I regularly, because I do a lot of quote unquote bad dogs,
Right.
ones that other people can't touch, and sometimes the owners can't touch,
Right.
even stuff like
Right.
that. And like I have a few that they're like, I have no idea what you do
Yeah.
and how you do it, but thank you, and I've sent them videos of me working on their
Aw.
dogs and stuff because I want them to see I'm not holding them down.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not
you're
forcing them.
forcing them through it.
I'm lovingly,
Yeah.
getting them through
Yeah.
the process. And, and I tell them all the time, even if it's just one leg and the dog does
Yeah.
well with that one leg, you're doing amazing, sweetie. I love you so much. I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you right now. Like I say these things to dogs every day. So you should say it to yourself too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do as I say, not as I do.
That is a wonderful parting note.
Yes, it is. Love
It's been
yourself.
Absolutely
Drink your
awesome
water.
having you on this show, though.
Thank you.
Yes.
If you have any questions for me or if you ever want any advice or anything, message me. I don't care.
She's available.
I'm available.
We all are. Well,
I'm kidding. I'm married. Don't get any ideas. I'm kidding.
About which? I'm kidding. I'll stop. Okay. Anyways,
Are we gonna stop the recording?
yes, do you want to do the thank you? So she can do you want to be part of the bye?
Yeah.
Okay, then you can do the thank you. Yeah.
All right. Do I just? Is it just the have the day you deserve?
Yeah, just thank you for existing and have a
Okay.
day you deserve.
Have the day you deserve, and thank you for existing.
Bye.